We switch locations. You know what they say, change is as good as a rest, right? But I'll tell you what, I really do have to get my hair cut, and maybe I can persuade my wife to do it this evening, which would be a good thing actually, because the 21st of March is our wedding anniversary. In other words, today. Let me see. Yeah, it would still be today where we got married. Got married in the Hague in the Netherlands, and that year, the 21st of March was the first day of spring. And of course, that time of the year in the Netherlands, it's not exactly warm. It was actually cold that day, but it's a great day, and it's been 44 years. So today is our 44th wedding anniversary, and here we are. Who would have known it? Today has been rainy, which is good. We've really been short on rain, so I welcome all the rain coming in, which is kind of cool. So let me just go through our rating. Today's reading is called Infinite Possibilities. Infinite Possibilities. And the first quote is from Michael Bernard Beckwith. And he's actually the one who produced the book on visioning, we've used that as a guide when we've taught visioning classes for quite a while now. So, Michael Bernard Beckwith. And it's from 40-Day Mind Fast Soul Feast. 40-Day Mind Fast Soul Feast. And he says, you you are here to wake up to the infinite possibilities of life. You are here to wake up to the infinite possibilities of life. Hang on, I'm just going to adjust this slightly. And Ernest Holmes, in an article that was published in the Science of Mind magazine in 1999, on page 8. I'm not sure if you can still reach this one. Maybe you can. I've got to check how far they go back, actually. He says, you should become aware that the one creative power is expressing in you in a unique way, and that it is always pressing against you, seeking a fuller outlet of its infinite possibilities. So, in other words, spirit's drive is to express itself, and it expresses itself through its creations. And one of its creations is you and me. It says, when Steve Wojcik should have been enjoying his honeymoon, he found himself recovering from a heart attack. After being in and out of the hospital for several months, he received the devastating news that he needed a heart transplant. Miraculously, within a week, he underwent transplant surgery, and at the same time, a transplant survivor group was meeting in person at the hospital. And while he was in hospital, the group members shared their insights and the stories of healing with his family, melting away the anxiety. Inspired by the group's reassurance and kindness, he was determined to pay it forward. He and his wife Melissa had the lifelong desire of owning a bakery. And this is where intention, born of gratitude, and dreams collided. Just 2 weeks after his surgery, his wife began baking cookies, and he devised a business plan for the cookie jar, quote unquote, by Mel. Customers began shopping online, and within a few months, Melissa started selling her baked goods in a friend's shop, while the couple planned for the opening of their own establishment. The couple donates $1 per dozen cookies sold to Donate Life New York State, whose mission is to increase organ donations. This story likewise illustrates how the love mind has an infinite number of ways in which to bring thought into form. Melissa had no idea she would realize her professional dream as a result of her husband's heart transplant. She hadn't imagined that, but Spirit jumped on the opportunity. And now, as she fulfills her dream, she helps others, an even better result than imagined. So, some people would call this, hey, it's just a coincidence. But when you've seen lots of these quote coincidences happen, you begin to realize that they're not coincidences at all, that there is a plan behind the whole thing. That, as our two people are quoted from Michael Bernard Beckwith and Ernest Holmes say, spirit will always find a way to express itself. And I truly believe that we're all connected. And when we're all connected, then the thoughts we have and the dreams we have go out there and they go into infinite mind, and ways come of actually bringing this about. My idea had always been to come and work and live in the States. So when I got laid off, well, I actually had a choice. Back when we were living and I was working in Holland, the major office of the major oil company I was working for dwindled down its whole operation from one time over 1,000 down to 27 people. And my whole division was done away with. And they wanted me to go back to Saudi Arabia to run the same division down there. But I didn't want to go back to Saudi, well, at least not on a permanent basis, because I've been there for 7 years about, and I wasn't ready to go back. So to cut a long story short, we moved to the States, and after being here about 18 months, my old company were once again starting to come back up again, and they were looking for people, and they hired me to work here in the Houston area. But I never lost faith that things would work out, and things always have worked out. And as I said, the idea that when we have this idea in mind, then you have the faith. You just never know what's going to happen. And I don't know what's happened, but I think my other computer came on and it's showing me twice. Let me just have a quick look here. No, it's only showing me once. So hopefully we're not getting feedback on the sound. So the message is quite simple, that when we have dreams and we're prepared to stick hold of them and we're prepared to trust and reach out, wonderful things definitely will happen. So because it's my anniversary today, I'm going to get off here shortly and I'm going to enjoy the rest of it with my wife. Just want to say Reverend Lisa will be on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Please give us your feedback. Let us know what is going on in your life. As I said, I watched this other minister from the Los Angeles area, and she's always saying, hey, this is my email address. Just drop me a line. Tell me, well, let me know what's going on. You can post comments on our Facebook page and we'll look at them. And well, I don't think I did it today, but tomorrow I'll put my text number on there. You can text me. I don't mind. I have a phone that's dedicated just to getting these kind of things from Creative Life Spiritual Center. So remember Reverend Lisa tomorrow morning. And the affirmation, I'll let go of the how of realizing my dreams. There is more, but I'm just going to keep to this one. I let go of the how of realizing my dreams. So the point of that affirmation is simple. It's our job to come up with what we want. It's our job to hold that in our minds. And it's Spirit's job to figure out the how. I know you've heard this many times before, but it never does any harm to keep repeating it. So just remember this. You have dreams. Keep dreaming. Eventually, they will come about. But your job is also to look for the signs that show you this thing is coming along. And that's what this couple did. They looked for the signs and they found the signs and they followed the signs. Spirit delivered the how, and they kept the dream alive, and everything works out for them. So until next time, I just want to say I wish you all a wonderful rest of the day, whenever it is, and namaste.